Welcome to my Pokemon Platinum Hardcore Randomized Nuzlocke. What is a Hardcore Randomized Nuzlocke, you ask? Well, it comes with a set of rules. Number 1, you can't overlevel the gym leader's ace Pokemon. Number 2, you can't use items in battle. Number 3, I always play on set mode. Number 4, if a Pokemon dies in battle, it's fainted forever. And number 5, you can only catch the first encounter on each route. Let's get right into it. We start our journey north of Twin Leaf Town, where we have a choice of 3 Pokemon: a Whismur, Perugly, or an Ursaring. I take Ursaring, and our rival Roy challenges us to a battle. He chose Whismur, so that comes out. Ursaring comes in, I take a look at the moveset for a moment, and then I decide to go for a Hyper Fang. Hyper Fang connects on the Whismur, and it takes it down in just one shot. Roy and I travel to Lake Verity in search of a legendary Pokemon. We find an odd man who babbles about time and space. We have our first encounter. It's a Numel, and I catch it in one Pokeball. Then on Route 202, I catch a Noctowl. North of Jubilife City on Route 204, I encounter a Starmie, which I promptly catch. And then I pick up a Snorunt on Route 203. I tell Rourke to get back to the gym so I can finally challenge him, and once he gets there, he sends out a Nidoking. I lead with Rigel the Starmie and hit a super effective Water Pulse. Nidoking digs, so I set up a Rain Dance. Dig hits but does no damage. A second Water Pulse connects and we grow to level 15. Houndour comes in and it goes down. Delcatty's next, a low kick does half, he heals, another one gets it back to half, and finally a third take it down. And we receive the Coal Badge. On Route 205, I catch a Meganium, and then I challenge Commander Mars. She leads with a Motha. I swap out to Snorunt, but Aerial Ace does big damage, so I switch to Winnie, who takes it pretty well. I'm hit by another Aerial Ace as I connect on a Hyper Fang. I then switch to Rigel. I hit a Water Pulse that takes it out, and then Floatzel comes in. A weak Hydro Pump connects, and I hit Low Kick. Floatzel uses Dive, so I switch into Dino, and I finally decide to use a Leaf Blade. Floatzel comes up, then it goes down. Commander Mars, you're down as well. I catch an Executor on Route 211, and then I meet Cynthia for the first time, and she gives us the first HM. I pick up a Chinchou on Route 206, and then I challenge the second gym leader. She sends in a Scizor. I lead with Num Num. It goes for an Acid Armor, but a single Flamethrower takes it out. Roserade's up next. I go for Flamethrower again. She heals, and then a second one take that out. Survivor's up next. Spamming Flamethrowers the game. Gardenia will never be the same. We get our second badge. I then have to take on Commander Jupiter. She sends in a Bellsprout, I switch out to Snorunt, I get Spored and hit very hard. I switch out to Towel, hit a super effective Pluck, and next comes in Spinda. I roost as I'm hit with Swift. Pluck hits soft, but I steal her Citrus Berry. Extreme Speed does okay damage. I hit another one, I'm frozen, but I break through it and a third take it down. We have now beaten her as well. Bye bye, Commander. And we save this man's Clefairy. In the Wayward Cave, I actually encounter a Lapras. Now I love Lapras, so I knew I had to catch this thing. After getting it in the red with a Leaf Blade, I throw a Pokeball and it breaks free. Water Gun doesn't do much. As I throw a second one, it breaks again, and then a third one, I got it, let's go. I have a mandatory double battle while I'm making my way to the next cave. I switch out Snorunt right away for Num Nums, and Num Nums goes down. The rest of this battle was easy, but that hurts, losing our first Pokemon. But then in Mount Coronet, I encounter a Bagon. This would be a great replacement. Super Fang does big damage. I roost back to full. I then use Extreme Speed to get it low. I roost again, but it's not enough as I'm hit by a Dragon Claw, and we've lost our second Pokemon just like that. Premier Ball later, and we have the Bagon. Now in this next part, I messed up. I got an egg that hatched into Riolu, but I accidentally cut it out of the video. So we're gonna show how this happened. Oh hey Ditto, you're kinda cute, I kinda like you. Hey Lucario, I like you too. Let's fuck. And that's where eggs come from. A little love later, and we have our cute baby Riolu. Now that you're caught up with that, we take on Fantina. She sends in Abra, it sets up Light Screen, but a Hyper Fang takes it out. Rhydon's in next, I decide it's a good idea to switch out to Dino. I go for Leaf Blade in one shot. Mantike's in last, and while Gust is super effective, this thing's no match for Leaf Blade. We now have 3 gym badges. My Route 210 encounter is absolutely insane. Garchomp, Great Ball later, and we have this beast on our team. I find a Dawnstone in the swamp, and that means we can finally evolve Snorunt. We have our Frostlass. Drax evolves into Shelgon, and we take on the 4th gym leader, Maylene. She sends in a Swellow, I lead with Show. Aurora Time takes it out instantly. Quagsire comes in, I dig, don't do much, I switch out to Dino. Leaf Blade does a ton, second one takes it out, Camerup's last, I switch to Nessie, and then 1 Water Pulse, and we have our 4th gym badge. First time seeing Roy in a while, and he has a Heatran. I lead with Show, and I hit a Dig. It hardens, so I don't take it out in one shot, but a second one take it out. Graveler's next, it Earthquakes, hits me under the dirt, but I still connect on the dig. Exploud comes in. I swap out to Nessie and get hit by a Fire Spin. I decide to put him asleep, but before I can do that, I'm hit by a Shockwave. I set up an Aqua Ring, and then hit a very weak water gun. It wakes up and uses assist. And then Earthquake, which does big damage. Fearing the feint, I switch into Dino, and then a Leaf Blade takes it out. Gengar's his last Pokemon. I hit a weak Leaf Blade, so I panic a little bit. I decide to switch into Drax. Aurora Time does big damage, and Sludge hits huge and poisons me. Dragon Claw takes the Gengar down, and we defeat Roy. After a battle, Rocky evolves into a Lucario. We take on Crasher Wake, and he leads with a Corsola. I miss Aurora Time as it ingrains. I then connect and do big damage. Brian hits me, Shadow Claw takes it down. Illumise comes in, I hit it with a Shadow Claw, but it poisons me. A second Claw and it faints. His Ace Magnezone gets hit by a single dig, and we now have our next badge. After the battle, we join him and Roy to look for Team Galactic. Then we hear a huge explosion. The grunt runs out, and we wonder what he's done. After following his trail, we're challenged by Cyrus, who leads with Chikorita. 2 Metal Claws and the Chikorita goes down. Crawdaunt comes in next. I hit it with a Crab Hammer that one-shots. Frostlass uses Ice Fang, freezes me. I decide it's time to switch out, so I switch into Show. I hit a dig, get it low in the yellow, it hits me with an Ice Fang again, and one more dig takes him down. Cynthia's grandma gives us Surf for our help, and we're on our way. Now we challenge Byron. He leads with a Diglett, I send in Rocky. I'm hit with a Sand Attack, and I miss. I break through with Hammer Arm and take it down. Clamperl comes in next. Switch into Dino and hit a Mega Drain that does good damage. Another one, and then Kabutops comes in. One single Mega Drain, and we have our gym badge. While at a meeting, there's another bomb that goes off at one of the lakes. Scary stuff. I go to investigate, and I see the sad Magikarp out of water. I challenge Commander Saturn. He sends in a Bagon. I send in Drax. I'm hit very hard. I send in a Frostlass. I'm hit hard again, but an Aurora Beam takes it out. Larvitar takes an Aurora Beam pretty well. I switch to Dino, hit a Leaf Blade, and we're on our way. Back at Lake Verity, I have another commander I have to take down. Mars sends an Unknown, I lead with Nessie. Surf does good damage. Second one, and then in comes Azumarill. I switch into Dino, and of course I hit with the Leaf Blade. Does really good damage. Another one, it's gone. Darkrai the ace. I hit good damage. I'm getting hit good as well, but then Show comes in. He's getting low. I have to switch out to Drax. With Drax in, I try to hit Aurora Time. I'm confused, but I do break through and win. As much as I love Pokemon Platinum, this snow area always annoyed me. No Candace jokes in the comments as Rampardos comes out. I hit 2 Drain Punches, it goes down. Time God's up next. Drain Punch does good damage. And then a Hammer Arm, in comes Latias. I decide to switch to Frostlass. I take a Psybeam pretty good. Blizzard does great damage, but I am low. I decide to switch into Nessie. At this point we know Ice Beam, and that's going to help a lot as that Latias faints. Sunkern's last, and that's the last of Candace. Unlike us, Roy can't hang as he gets swamped by a commander, and we sit here and we laugh at him just like her. Cyrus goes on a spiel, and of course all the meatheads are in the audience listening to him. I take a quick nap before I decide to go battle him. He sends in Babarrel. I dig, I get hit with an Earthquake, 2 of them in fact. Kinda low, so I switch out to Dino. Mega Drain doesn't do much, I decide for a Leaf Blade, it's gone. Shieldon's up next. I hit the Leaf Blade, it starts a Sandstorm, Mega Drain doesn't do much. And then I just start spamming Leaf Blade and I take it down. Drax grows level 46. Larvitar's last and Leaf Blade one-shots. Cyrus babbles on once again and gives us the Master Ball, and then he goes off to Mount Coronet. Subscribe to Lace Seabear for more videos like this. Thanks a lot, little Lace Seabear. Challenge Saturn again, and this time he leads with a Azumarill. I switch out to Dino. I hadn't healed before this fight. Mega Drain makes that no problem. Azumarill's left really low, 2 Leaf Blades, it's gone. Bellsprout comes in. I hit it with an Aurora Beam. He has a Weeping Bell now, and another Aurora Beam does good damage, but it takes a second to take it down. Free the spirits and we climb Mount Coronet. We're forced into a double battle with our boy Roy. We're hit with an Intimidate as Rotom and Granbull are our opponents. I dig and miss. Roy's Electabuzz is no match and goes down quickly. I go for Aurora Time that does great damage to Granbull, then I'm paralyzed. Roy's team's kind of a joke and keeps getting washed. Granbull goes down, I do okay damage to Rotom, and then very little to Mr. Mime. I hit a dig that does better damage, but this thing is still a menace. It finally goes down, Girafarig takes great damage, and then Wormadam takes it out. Aurora Time finishes off Rotom, and then a Victory Bell comes in. One Shadow Claw isn't enough, Wormadam helps us out in that department. Squirtle's last, no match for us. This thing is bye-bye. That's the last 2 of the commanders. Cyrus is having his way, and Dialga and Palkia pull up, and oh boy, he's long awaited for this moment. Spirits get sucked to the distortion world, and we know where we have to go. This might as well have just been my first experience with drugs as a kid, because this always tripped my brain out big time. Like, look at this waterfall. That's crazy. Final battle is Cyrus time. He leads with Dustox. I hit a rock slide that does good damage. It heals up, 2 more take it out, Vileplume's up next. I hit a Roar Time that leaves it in the yellow, it starts to heal pretty good. The second Roar takes it out. Arceus comes in, I'm at 2 HP. I switch out to Rocky. I'm hit with Judgment very hard. Drain Punch isn't giving me enough back, I'm at 9 HP as this thing's left at yellow. I send in Frost Slash as Judgment can't affect my Ghost typing. Staraptor comes in, Blizzard one-shots. Stunk Tank's up next, I hit a very soft Ice Punch. And it takes me forever to realize I can't use the same move 2 times in a row against this thing thanks to its ability. Thankfully, after 4 attempts, I finally figure it out. Stunk Tank goes down, I go to level 46, Arceus comes in, I hit a Blizzard, it's very, very low, and Aurora Beam, it's gone. With his plans foiled, we get to challenge the big boy, Giratina. I won't be using it or the Master Ball, so I just waste both right here. Drax finally evolves into a Salamence. I can now take on Volkner, the last gym leader. He correctly leads with an Electivire, as I dig, and he switches to Swinub, which goes down. Bulbasaur's absolutely no match for Roar Time. Cute or not, Ampharos can't handle a dig, and it's gone. We finally see Electivire again, but it's no match for Dig either, and we now have all 8 gym badges. We surf up, then Waterfall, and we are at the Pokemon League. We have our last battle with Roy. He starts it off with a Celebi, I have Frostlass. Blizzard does great damage, it goes to sleep to heal up. I hit an Aurora Beam, miss a Blizzard, he switches into X-Cloud, I hit this one and freeze it. 2 Ice Punches, and then the Celebi comes back. Nice punch to that, and that's gone. Ladybug, bye-bye. Cascoon, nice knowing ya. Other Cascoon, why do you even exist? Burmy, what a joke of a team you had, Roy. See you later. First of the Elite Four, Aaron, leads with a Hitmonchan. I switch into Drax, hit a very powerful Dragon Pulse and a second one, then Cloyster's up. Dino comes out, Leaf Blade does great damage, a second one, then Machoke's in. I switch out to Drax again, I decide to hit a Fly, and it one-shots. Spin to tanks a Dragon Pulse and swaggers me, so I decide it's time to switch back into Nessie. Full Restore up, Surf does great damage, I'm distracted again, Victory Bell's in, so I switch into Frostlass. I was getting kind of bullied, so I swap back into Drax, Leaf Blade doesn't do much, I hit a Fly, Victory Bell goes down, and that's 1. Bertha leads with Shellos, Leaf Blade one-shots, Shadow's up next, I switch to Frostlass, I hit an Ice Punch, after that we have a Numel, Show comes in, I hit a Dig, Poliwag, Poliwag's no match for Dino, Leaf Blade, Squirtle, what a pathetic team. Flint has a chat out as well, Flint has a chat out as well, Drax says I'll see you in hell. Anorith comes in second, I switch out to Nessie, Surf takes it out. Pineco's up next, Ice Beam, beamed. Quilava, Surf. Even Horsey can't take 2 Ice Beams. Last member Lucian leads with Espeon. I decide it's a good idea to switch out to Frostlass and hit a Shadow Claw. It nearly one-shots, he heals back up, and then it does. Weavile's up, Rocky's in. Let me bulk up real quick. 2 times. Drain Punch. See you later. Groudon's kind of scary, can't even lie. Gets me extremely low. I switch into Dino, and I say, nice to know ya. Talo's not scary. Show comes in. Dragon Pulse does its job as the last Pokemon Marshtomp arrives. Roar Time gets it low in the red, it heals back to full, Dragon Pulse does under a third, and then another Roar Time, and we're on to Cynthia. She starts with an Aeron. I hit it with a Leaf Blade, I do a third. Next Leaf Blade crits, Pidgeotto comes out. I send in Frostlass. Ice Punch one-shots. Chansey's up next. Kinda tanky, but definitely not scary. I put in Rocky, Drain Punch, it's gone. Fearow, what is there to fear? I switch out to Nessie and hit a very good Ice Beam. Flaffy, more like Laffy. Ice Beam does good damage, it heals back up, I'm pretty low at this point. Show comes in, quick dig, bye-bye. Her last Pokemon's Kecleon. Roar Time does half, it heals from its berry and burns me. Dragon Pulse, then a second one, and we've done it. We are the champion. If you made it this far in the video, I'd like to thank you so much. And if you enjoy videos like this, please hit that subscribe button and stick around. See you next time.